One of the biggest cancers or backlogs that we have in the Northern Cape, specifically for general surgery at Kimberley, is breast cancer. A lot of the peripheral hospitals don't have the ability to diagnose breast cancer. They don't have mammography. They don't have the ability to do biopsies. A patient coming in, having their mammogram, having their biopsy and waiting for the results to come out is at least a 6-week process. So you can imagine the anxiety that that patient goes through from the point of feeling the lump first and then eventually hearing that they have breast cancer and then being put on a waiting list. They have created this opportunity for patients who are concerned that they may have breast cancer to have that process expedited in their own environment, not having to wait for transport to get to a place just to make a diagnosis. That process happens a lot faster, so by the time they have the diagnosis, the time to surgery is a lot quicker and their overall survival is better.
Part of this trip is having PinkDrive, which is part of the Lynch syndrome because patients with Lynch have a high incidence of urogenitary, other cancers, and the service that the PinkDrive provides for patients is significant. The added advantage of having the PinkDrive with their mobile mammography unit is that they can see patients who come in with breast problems.
Most patients, when you tell them they have cancer, most of them don't even realize what cancer is. And it becomes a very difficult explanation for them to explain that this is something that can potentially take their life if not acted on. And you'll find a lot of the patients in this area actually seek additional help before they actually come to the hospital and actually get definitive surgical intervention. And if you tell a lady they need to lose their entire breast, it's quite a big thing. And I think it's a big thing for anyone, but can you imagine it for someone who doesn't have the background or the understanding of what cancer is to start off with?
We decided that we could expand on the colonoscopy service, but then we realized that the endometrial cancers also needed to be covered, so we've ended up with a gynae team, and then I feel that breast cancers definitely have a link to this mutation, and lots of our patients have ended up with a breast cancer. Mostly it's to do with the fact that we've got high-risk Lynch syndrome patients who require excellent colonoscopy, gynae and breast surveillance.
Ek is nou al 30 jaar wat ek hierdie toetse loop en dit is baie goed vir my gesondheid. Toe ek 18 was, toe moet ek bloed trek en toe die bloed gewys dat ek in daai bloedgroep is wat dit kan kry. Ek het al 5 broers verloor van kanker en daarom is dit vir my baie belangrik dat ek moet kom want dit is geneties en dit is oorerflik.
A big initiative from PinkDrive is that they actually initiate or arrange transport as soon as possible for these patients. We can't rely on the public transport facilities for these patients to get across to us, and PinkDrive creates this opportunity for patients who are diagnosed with cancer to immediately get transport to Kimberley Hospital for definitive surgery to take place. That's something that you can't get anywhere else, and I think it's something that is saving lives in patients, and we really appreciate that from PinkDrive.